So I think a great part of life, or at least a really, really big kind of, I guess you could say, purpose, is to not really develop some things, but more so to unlock it. And from unlocking it, you reveal it. You reveal the hidden nature that exists within all of us, and the nature that is naturally you. And in a sense, it's more of a thing of remembrance and a sort of big focus on remembering who you truly are. Because once you've realized that, that's pretty much when you're in full flow. You know your strengths and weaknesses, you know what kind of direction to take, you know what to do, because it all exists within you. And so, a lot of times in life, we will tend to, I guess, work a lot on things that we try to force, and we don't let ourselves develop as a process of that. And then we come to find ourselves in many blocks and many sort of issues and scenarios that aren't really within our true nature. And so I say to that, let's all just take a big breath, just relax for a second, let your awareness expand, and then you start to remember who you truly are. All of the power inside of you, in your mind, in your physical presence. Because again, you are a subject of someone who is crazy talented, strong, and smart. And again, you may not realize that, or should I say remember that, but you are. Anyway, let's talk about that whilst we finally make some progress on this game. Let's build a coop today. So we need some wood. I think some wood and some stone will do well. Can't imagine we need anything else as of right now. And we have a whole ton of that because we just spend every episode just doing the most mundane activities. So let's talk to Robin and we'll build ourselves a nice little coop. And the reason why I'm making this video is because a lot of us, we tend to get confused a lot of times about what kind of direction we get in. And that's because a lot of the times in life, a lot of things are going to test you pretty much. They're going to pretty much shape you in order to be who you are. Without the struggle, who would you truly be? And so a lot of times, if we tend to kind of not gravitate with these kind of situations, it's usually because something is outside of your nature. And maybe there's some lessons you haven't learned within yourself, or maybe you haven't sort of bypassed some of the things that you're, again, truly meant to remember. And a lot of times our ego kind of gets in the way. And I don't mean ego in the sense of like people who, you know, are angry all the time. I'm talking about ego in the sense of just your, I guess you could say it's your primal desire, your sort of animalistic urges, the sort of, I guess you could say, monkey brain inside of us all, but more so just the thing that makes you you. And you need ego. You need it to be strong. You need it to sort of have motion, and it's kind of the powerhouse of our energy, right? Because without it, we wouldn't have so much desire to do stuff. All right, what should we buy? So we don't buy with coins because we are broke. Instead, 10,000 grams. Okay, that's something that we do not want to do. Okay, a coop costs 4,000. So it seems like every episode I just realized that we need so much money, apart from just the resources. So let's go and do that. I think we need to actually start farming because yeah, we have an entire farm that we just don't make use of. Speaking of which, I have not watered my plants. And I think for a lot of you, if you did click this, obviously this video by random or choice, maybe it's kind of like a little bit of a sign in the sense of you do realize that inside of you exists perfection. Perfection in the sense of way better than you think you are. Your sort of self-outlook, which by the way, can be crafted in any kind of direction you want it to be, because if you think about it, everyone that meets you on a day-to-day basis, or everyone that you know, they don't view you as exactly the way that you do, which means that there's so many different possibilities of you. It's just about which kind of side you would like to gravitate to the most of. And I think our crops have grown, so I think we have to get our scythe. our first crop after like, what has it been, like 30, 40 episodes of this game now? Wheat and hay. I don't know if we can plant any of them. No, we can't. But I guess we can make bread now, maybe. Not sure. But we got a chili for the first time. Oh wait, a hot pepper. Which, are peppers fruits? Not that I know of. Taste it. It definitely doesn't taste like a fruit. Alright, so I guess we got to reach farming level 1 in this case then. And we've got to make money from that. So how do we do that? No clue. But it seems like we're level 0, so that's not great. So yeah. It's like as if you're like a marble statue. You know how cool they look, right? But rather than you chipping away at it, it's more of a thing of you just sort of lift over the veil to really realize who you are inside in all this glory. Like you're just like an amazing statue in a museum, but you're just covered. And even if you did want to see it as if you're a block of marble that you can craft into whatever you want to be, yes, you can. But typically, a lot of that is going to be a lot of self-work. And a lot of self-work to the point where you have to really understand yourself. And what does that mean? You reveal yourself. You reveal the blueprint of your statue, the thing that exists with all of its beauty. Because really and truly, you are like a piece of art. You all have something inside of you that sparks and ignites interest in the world. And again, the talents that you have is very unique. So reveal your statue. Reveal all of the glory that you actually are. And showcase it to the world, man. Because why not? Why not? You know, all of the cells in your body, chooses you today. You know, everything has existed to help you come up to this point throughout life and today and however old you may be. So you are more special than you think you are. And you just need to reveal that to the world and to yourself, really and truly. And it's crazy to see because there's so much potential out there, but it's just that people just don't seem to realize it in the slightest. And it makes me sad because people deserve to be able to see all that's underneath all of the mental limitations and emotional limitations that they bind themselves with. It's like they bind themselves with invisible chains that kind of cage them in. They're not truly free. And you might argue that we're not really truly free, which is understandable. However, hope is the breaker of those chains. And hope is the thing that will help you reveal yourself, because it truly sees value inside of you. Something we need in the modern world a lot of the times now. So remember to always be hopeful, to always realize that, again, even still after this video, you may not realize how wonderful you are as a person, but try to work on it. Try to see what others see in you. You know, if you have friends, they see something special in you. If you have a family, they see something special in you. And again, for some of you, maybe you might not have a lot of that, which in that case, what can a stranger like me see in you? And I can see a lot of greatness, truly. And then you're probably going to be immediately thinking, well, you don't know me. Regardless, I see in every single human on the planet a lot of beauty, because everyone has those talents, everyone has those creative gifts, and everyone is chosen to be here at this time, which means that it's special. You don't have to be religious to think like that. You just need to be just a normal human, you know? A human that sort of sees that sort of power within everyone. So, whatever it is you want to do in life, remember, you can do it. And you can reveal your true nature to the world, because once you do that, the blessings flow into your life. But it takes a lot of work, it takes a lot of character, and it takes a lot of learning how to be truthful to yourself and truthful to the world. And again, at some points it might take some sacrifice in the sense of how your sort of old life has been, whether that's people that you might not sort of gravitate to anymore. Maybe it's certain habits you may not gravitate to anymore. But again, the main sort of point is to become and stay truthful to yourself, to live with integrity, and to live I guess you could say, a noble destiny. Something that makes your life epic. So, on that note, I hope that helped a few people, and peace and blessings to you all. I'll see you in the next one.